Hey guys, welcome back to another lesson. I want to show you how to play this lovely blues in A. Of course, I'm going to show you how to play the instrumental that I played at the beginning of the video, but I also want to show you a simplified version of this blues, which is played without the thumb slapping technique. So if you're not familiar with the thumb slapping technique, keep watching, because I'll show you how to make this blues super simple to play. It's a blues in A, so the first four measures we have A7, D7, and A7 for 2 bars. Of course, we're going to open up with a pickup bar. 4th string, fret number 5, slide it to fret number 7. 5, 4, 3, 2, 0, 1, 2. You can also add the 1st string open. We finish with this phrase. So it's on the 3rd string, fret number 2. 2nd string, 1 and 2 with a hammer on. And the 1st open string. Play this phrase with rhythm and intention. Now I'm going to play the first 4 measures. Of course, I'm using the thumb slapping technique, so let's break it down. Let's learn the melody without the percussion. So we're going to open up with the A7 chord. The melody is on the 1st and 3rd string for number 5 and 6 with the A on the bass. Then we have the bass again, and then fret 4, fret number 3 and 4. Bass, and 5 and 6. We finish with the 2nd string, fret number 5. So this is played without the thumb slapping. Now for the 2nd chord, the D7, we have this melody. I really like to alternate the bass with the melody. However, when we add the thumb slapping technique, some of these bass notes will actually be played with the percussion. So we have the 4th string and then the 3rd and 2nd string for number 2 and 3 together, and the bass, 1st string, 2nd string, now 2nd string for number 1, and the 3rd string for number 2. So you can alternate the melody with the bass. We'll go back to the A7. We have the bass on the A, and then this lovely blues accompaniment on the 4th string, fret number 2 and fret number 4. We finish with this pickup phrase, which is the same, just fret number 2, 1 and 2 with a hammer on, and the 1st open string. It's a nice blues. It does miss a little bit of rhythm without the thumb slapping, but you can practice this section like this. Next 4 bars, D7 and A7. So put down the D7 chord, the melody is on the 1st string. You can pluck 4th, 3rd, 2nd and 1st. And always add the bass between the melody, so bass, and then the melody is on the 1st string, fret number 2, I also picked the second string. Then fret number 0 on the first string, and fret number 2 again. So now the melody is on the first and third string, fret number 8 and 9, 7 and 7, 5 and 5, then D7 again, and the first string open. So we'll go back to the A7 with the same blues accompaniment. So when I put this section together, we finish with this pickup line. So second open string, fret number 2, and the first open string. Last 4 measures, we have E7, so after this phrase, we have the E7 chord, and we're playing thirds on the first and second string, fret number 4 and 5 with the low E string, fret number 3 and 4, 2 and 3, and 0 and 3. The E7 is just for one measure. Then the first open string, and we play the D7, but this time just a simple melody. So first open string, second string for number 6 and 7 with a slide. We can also play the bass note. Then for number 5, 7, 5, 8, and 7. We finish with the fret number 5. So when I put it together, we finish with this chromatic phrase. So after the A on fret 5, we have the second string fret number 8, fret number 7, 6, and 5 and 5. And then the chromatic phrase on the second string fret number 3, 4 and 5. So if you're not familiar with the thumb slapping technique, practice these blues like this. Of course, it sounds less rhythmic, for sure, but it's a good starting point. So you can play the whole thing like this. Once you have that, you can add the thumb slapping technique. With this technique, we strike the strings with the left side of the thumb. Now, because the thumb slapping is always performed on the second and fourth count, sometimes when the melody is also played on the second or fourth count, we're going to perform the thumb slapping and strum technique because we have to be able to also play the melody. Now, if with the thumb slapping we literally just strike the string with the left side of the thumb, with the thumb slap and strum, we are strumming while thumb slapping. In this case, I'm playing a D sus2 and I am striking on the 4th string with the thumb and I am strumming with the middle finger, the top 3 strings. So for example, for the first A7 chord, you have the thumb slapping and strum on this melody, and then you just have the thumb slapping. So for this chord, you literally have both. This is the second chord. In this case, we have 2 thumb slapping and strums. Now for the D7, this is quite tricky on this chord, but I'm also playing the second open string. So I'm not muting the second open string. In this case, thumb slap and strum, and thumb slap and strum again. We'll go back to the A7. For this accompaniment, the thumb slapping is always on the fret 4 when I play the melody on the fret 4, and it's a thumb slapping and strum. In this case, we have thumb slapping and strum on fret 2 and 3 and 4. And then just a thumb slapping. Then, in this case, you can either just play the melody without the thumb slapping, since it's the last phrase, or if you want, you have the thumb slap and strum on fret 7. And on the fret number 8 on the first string. But honestly, you can avoid the thumb slapping here. Now I'm gonna play the whole thing with the thumb slapping slowly. I'm gonna do it super slow so you can hopefully play along, or you can slow down the video. I hope you enjoy this blues lesson. All the tab in the description down below. Have a nice rest of the day, and I'll see you next time.